Okay, it is right now about 3:57 a.m. It's 8/15, 2017. Can't sleep due to this harassment that I've been experiencing in the community, and I want to share something that's important. This guy's number is 512-431-4696, and this guy that I was speaking to in this video called Ciitzens Corps and Unconstitutional Treatment. I didn't share it with law enforcement for a reason, but there's actually a case for my experience where I was being harassed in the community by Ciitzens Corps, and local law enforcement had told me they weren't going to file a police report at first to put an incident number. Eventually, it's about 9 months later, I get a police report. I guess they found out that it was unethical and it was illegal for them not to give me a police report. But I didn't complain about that. I just asked, like, well, actually, I mentioned it one time, but I didn't make a big deal of it, and I got a police report like 8 months later. So the guy's name is supposedly Pat Miller, but when I lived in Albuquerque, I met a lady. She was a retired Air Force nurse, but she's still young and healthy, probably working for DHS. She was probably in her early 50s. So the guy's number, I said again, is 512-431-4696. So I don't want no one threatening this guy because he's perhaps one of the very few people in America that can actually link Ciitzens Corps to this gang stalking. Now, I don't have to try to link them. I already have enough evidence, but I don't want to piss anyone off in the federal government. I don't want no more of these agencies harassing me. So now I want to go on the local level because I've already made it clear that I'm sick of the harassment. So what I want to do is expose these people at the local level. Now, this phone number belongs to some guy that used to be in the Army that owns a car lot, but he's divorced and his wife lives here, but he lives in a different county. So I'm assuming he's paying for the phone. She has it, and then maybe he's part of Ciitzens Corps in a different county. I don't know. She's a photographer, and when he shared with me what was going on after I told him about my suffering, he admitted to it. He said straight out, I know about Ciitzens Corps, but police, I'm connected to them. And I edited some of that stuff out at first because I didn't want nothing about law enforcement, their names being mentioned. So it's very evident that this guy is worried for his life and his well-being. So I have a niece. I don't want her getting caught up in this. So I mentioned to him, I said, look, man, do you know how many mass shootings we can stop in our country? Do you know how many people commit suicide over this stuff? Do you know how many people have heart attacks, strokes over this? And I started talking to him, telling him, look, I'm going to a cardiologist. My health's not that great, because of this harassment. I can't sleep right. So he told me he was going to go to court. He said, I'll go to court, I'll testify. So I kept calling him. I said, can we meet up? And he's like, yeah, I'll meet you at this place at this certain time at McDonald's down the road. He wouldn't show up. I call him. He doesn't answer his phone. So the guy in this video, he knows about what's going on. And I swear under penalty of perjury, I'll take a polygraph test but everything that I'm saying is the truth. I don't care if I have to go to jail. They say I'm lying. I'll take a polygraph test and I'll pass. And matter of fact, I'm thinking about taking one really soon by an ex-DOD employee, this polygraph test, so that I can take it to court. Because I have, from the past 2 years, I have 2 other polygraph tests, and it's expensive. It's like $325, $350. So I'm going to do everything in my power to protect myself, and I want to protect Americans because I'm against violence. And gang stalking, according to medical science, leads to violence. So we have to speak against it. So I'm going to make some more clips. I add them to this video, and I'm going to do some investigating because I want to understand why I'm being followed around by people wearing black clothes that are mostly white or Mexican and hardly speak any English. And I love Mexican people. I'm Hispanic, I'm not Mexican. So, and then another thing that's really strange is that I've linked Ciitzens Corps to my harassment. I do have video evidence of them in their office and in the community harassing me. But I looked on their Facebook. At one time, there was Confederates that I guess they had liked them. And after that incident that happened at Charlottesville, Like the very next day, they were removed, and another group, they had like some Confederates on it, they were removed too. So I find that really odd. And I'm being followed around by mostly people that are connected to the FBI, law enforcement. And I've actually seen law enforcement. This one lady was following me around at the Austin Law Library. And I went to the FBI office, but informed them that, hey, I guess people in my community across the street harassing me in a threatening manner. Since police wouldn't take a report one time. And I had this guy stalking me for 17 miles every block I turned, and when I parked at the police station, he parked there. So I recorded this. So I've sent my information out to ex-NSA whistleblowers and to other foreign intelligence agencies, because if Americans won't help me, then what I gotta do? I gotta do something. So I'm being followed and harassed in the community. And there's times like I'll go to a light and there'll be 30 white cars, and then out of those 30 cars, it can be in a city with 1 million people. It can be 2 days later. I'll be at a light, and then I'll find out 4 or 5 like days later at another 30 cars. 4 or 5 of those cars match their tag numbers match from previous incidences where I've bumped into them. When we follow the stores, they're coming in. I mean, it's persistent. I mean, it's pretty persistent. It's highly threatening because I don't know them. They haven't established a relationship with me. So that's what I'm going through. And like I said, I hope no one threaten this guy. We need this person to help us. And I called one time, I guess his brother was using the phone for work. But this guy, he won't be persuaded by money. So don't waste your time. He's not, I haven't tried, but he's just not he's not interested. He's concerned by his well-being. And he admitted to me. He told me. And I had it at the beginning of it because he started talking about the police and stuff. And he told me that law enforcement was telling him, not where I live, but told me, I want you to walk out up and down these streets. So they have like this walking program for all this community engagement. So they use people that are poor, well, they're well-to-do. Sometimes they have like new cars, and they'll walk up and down your street. So after experience sitting on the porch and having like 80 people pass by wearing black and wearing jackets with hoods on, and they're slender and 105-degree heat, I knew something wasn't right. And then a lot of them were waving at me. And I'm like on a second floor in a corner of a building. You can't really see me. I have a tree hanging over. So that means that someone was pointing me out. And every time I would go to the gas station, I would look, it'd be like 7, 8 red cars, like my car. I'm like, what the heck? This is not normal. And then I started having the gas station clerk telling me, some gas station clerk was like, something ain't right. He started asking me, are you in the FBI or something, or the Secret Service? And I was like, no, I'm just coming to buy a pack of cigarettes and some bubble gum and go home. Because they couldn't understand why when I was going there, this was happening when I went there. So they actually remember they know my face. So anyways, it's really, really, really odd. So I'm going to add some more video clips. I'm going to do some investigating, and I'm going to go to these groups in the local area, and I'm going to try to figure out why are they wearing black shirts? Why are they following people? And who's directing them to do this? So that way America can get a clearer picture of what's going on. Peace.
I actually watched him pass by my house and look up, and he claims that you work for Ciitzens Corps, and that you know about what's going on.
Yeah, I know about what's going on.
So they don't tell you what people do. They tell you to walk by their house and pretty much wear all black and go there and kind of like a way of like intimidation, harassment. Why do they do this? Like, what do they get out of this?
They don't get nothing out.